Good afternoon. My name is Michael White. I'm going to give you a class on fire extinguishers. Imagine you're sitting at work or school and a fire breaks out. Are you going to know what to do? Well, today I'm going to give you a quick class and lesson on fire extinguishers and a basic understanding of what you should do. First thing is the types of fires. NFPA classifies fires, and there's 4 classifications we're going to talk about. There's Class A, which is your ordinary combustibles. You got Class B, which is your flammable liquids. Class C is your energized electrical equipment, and Class D is your combustible metals. Fire extinguishers. Essentials of firefighting gives us a breakdown of what kind of stuff we need to look for. When you're looking at fire extinguishers, some things you want to know is where is it located, and is it accessible? If fire breaks out, you need to know, or you're going to want to know where the closest fire extinguisher is, and you're going to make sure it's not impeded. Is it charged? And what I mean by is it charged is there's a little pressure gauge on it, and it'll show in the green, it shows it's charged. And what type do you have? And when I'm talking about what type I have, it's the type of extinguisher is based off of the fire you're going to use to put it out, such as Class A, B, C, or D. The majority of your fire extinguishers that you have out there are A, B, C, meaning that they will be good and can be used on your combustible materials, your flammable liquids, and your energized electrical equipment. Some common fire extinguisher parts we'll show you is the nozzle. That's where the agent or firefighting material comes out. You got your pressure gauge, which I just spoke about. Your compressed cylinder right here, that houses your firefighting agent. A pin and seal, and an activation handle. The activation handle or activation lever is what you squeeze to actually use the fire extinguisher, and a mounting bracket. We'll show you a short video on how to use a fire extinguisher.
How to use a fire extinguisher. Psst. Hey, have you heard the news on fire extinguisher use? By now you know my name, and you understand my role. But in an emergency situation, will you be able to take control? P is for pull the pin. A is for aim low. S is for squeeze the lever. S is to sweep from side to side. Write it, learn it, say it, or sing it as a song. But more importantly, spread the word. Be sure to pass it on. How to use a fire extinguisher. Psst.
That video was from fireextinguisher101.com, and they speak about what you need to do. You need to P, pull the pin. A, aim low at the base of the fire. S, squeeze the lever. And S, sweep from side to side. You found a fire, what do? Well, the national standard, the U.S., is to call 911. You call for all fires, no matter how big or small. Even if you think you put it out, you still want to call the fire department and get someone to come and check it out. Because the majority of fires, according to the National Institute of Health and Safety, is once you think they have them out, a lot of times you don't. Once you've called the fire department, you should activate your fire alarm. Bell, whistle, air horn, pull the fire alarm in your building, and make sure everybody's out. Once you get out, you want to ensure that everybody's out of the building. Decision time, fight or flight. What I mean by fight or flight, are you going to sit there and use a fire extinguisher, or are you going to get everyone out? If you're going to fight it, you want to make sure that you believe that you can fight the fire safely. You want to know where the exit is and where is the fire extinguisher. OSHA 1910.157 says that there should be a fire extinguisher a minimum every 75 feet in the business. You've decided to fight the fire. What are you going to do? Well, one of the main things you want to do is keep an exit to your back and use the fire extinguisher as you were trained. Captain Jonathan, the head of the Poplarville Fire Department, states that that's one of the main things that you need to do is an exit if you decide to fight a fire. You decide to leave. Well, you want to use the closest exit and report to the front of the building or wherever your facility's designated meeting area is, and to get accountability of everybody. Once you're out, stay out. No matter what the issue is, don't go back in. And make sure everybody's accounted for. Fire evacuation drills, this kinds of go along what we're talking about. If you do decide to leave, like I said, you want to make sure your building has a fire evacuation plan and have an outside meeting place. This time I'd open up for questions, but I'm going to go ahead and give you a summary of what we talked about. We talked about fire extinguishers, the type of fires, the type of extinguishers. Talked about how to use a fire extinguisher and what to do if you do decide to fight a fire and what to do if you decide to leave. Are there any questions at this time? All right, remember, you are the one that could save somebody's life by knowing this information. Are you ready to save someone's life?